Alex, you want canned cranberry sauce or should we make it ourselves?
That's my mom. She didn't know about Instacart's family carts, so...
Want to make pecan pie this year, yes or no? Oh, and how many boxes of stuffing?
So I told her we could just share a family cart and add all our holiday favorites to the same order without losing our voices or our sanity. It's so much fun.
Alex, can you get my holiday village out of the attic?
Baby steps, Alex. Baby steps. Shop Instacart this holiday season and enjoy free delivery on your first 3 orders. Service fees and terms apply.
Alex?
Okay.
There we go. Got it.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the History Hyenas. I'm Chrissy D. We got Yanni P. Veneti is here. Zach's here. Mike Mush is in San Antonio. That's why I figured it was safe to finally do this. I can only do this when Mike Mush isn't here. I got cannolis for the table.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have them here if Mike was here because he put his face in the box. Yeah. So I got some cannolis.
What are you doing bringing cannolis? What's going? Why would you do that?
Okay, let me just get this out.
Explain it.
Okay. First of all, as you guys can notice, I'm not gelled up.
Yeah.
I'm wearing sweatpants and my Lululemons for the 10th day in a row.
Yeah.
I got a pimple on my cheek. I already threw hands. Serge Blizzy almost punched me in the face. I'm fucking screwed in. I'm here to tell you guys that this podcast is starting to really break, okay? November 9th, we got the Gramercy Theater. The show's almost sold out. You have to go to our website, historyhyenas.com, and get those tickets, or go to mine or Giannis' Papa's Instagram. The link's in the bio. November 9th, midnight, Gramercy Theater, live History Hyenas show. The Yamis are starting to crawl out of their knishes because they smell the money. Okay? So we got... Thank you.
Yeah, so we got to see if the kid was awake.
Things are getting bigger.
Yeah.
Things are getting badder. And I'm just fucking screwed. I'm ready to go. I don't have time to gel my hair, pop my pimples, or eat right. Because I'm focused and I'm screwed in on this History Hyenas thing. The Comedy Central deal is over.
Yeah, I was about to say, you are Chrissy Torres.
Yeah. I'm Chrissy Torres. I'm ready to shout fucking loam.
And you're ready breaking Wei Zhongjing records. I mean, you know it. You know Chrissy's focused and screwed in when the Wei Zhongjing start within the first 2 minutes of the podcast.
Yeah, with the opening, in the opening credits.
Yeah, the opening credits, if Chris starts letting them fly, then it's what it is.
HistoryHyenas.com. Get tickets to that live Gramercy Theater show. And then real quick, ChristyComedy.com, Gotham Comedy Club, November 29th and 30th. Those shows are almost sold out, so please go get those tickies.
Yeah, go see Chrissy at Gotham. Go see us at Gramercy.
And Mike Muth is opening for me at Gotham Comedy Club.
Yeah, Mike, right now he's in San Antonio, but he's still working from San Antonio. He's got a lot, and when you listen to the last episode of Michael Costa, you heard him at the opening. He did a really good job with that. So
yeah, it's good.
The only thing we got to do with Mike Mush is we got to get him eating Lakeside Maple and less Slurpees.
And if you see Mike Mush, if you see anything on the internet now of somebody doing a clip and it has subtitles, it's probably Mike Mush did the subtitles.
Yeah, but you know who just learned how to do subtitles because she's the screwed in Greek piece.
Oh, Venetia. The screwed in Greek piece is a great name for Venetia.
Yeah, the screwed in Greek piece is unstoppable, and you know what she is? She just, if you don't do your job right, she's gonna learn your job and do it better.
It's just
so
what
that's
it
the
is.
fear. She's looking at us, she's looking at Zach, she's looking at Mike, and she's like, listen, guy.
Yeah.
Venetia comes in like, listen, guy. I'm from an ancient people, and we're just better than you.
We're just better than you. Yeah.
And this is what the deal is.
Yeah, she's like, I was born with my hair golden fucking blonde like this.
Yeah.
It's not hair dye. I'm just a golden child.
She's a golden child.
So it's just what it is. I'm mad woke and dope. I'm wearing a nameplate that's not even my own name.
Yeah.
On my chest.
Yeah.
That's how fucking wild I am.
Yeah, it just says Samantha from Sex and the City.
Yeah, because she's just wild and dope.
She's just wild and dope.
And I have a long-term plan to marry, but I'm also simultaneously telling all the girls I crack open, so it's not working. Wild.
Yeah. You're Chrissy contradictions.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, whatever you're working towards, you are also destroying it at the same time.
What it is. So that's just my life. I'm just wild. And it doesn't matter.
So
Venetia
is just here for a professional relationship with his cuz, And she's
here for a good time.
She's
certainly not a long time.
No, she's here for a long time, and she's not here for a good time because the girl works.
The girl works.
The girl puts subtitles on videos. The girl fucking makes outlines.
Yeah.
And the girl also parties fucking hard in Athens, Greece.
Yeah. No,
she does it all.
No, last night she sent a text with today's notes, and it was at 1:30 in the morning, and it went off the ding, and it woke up my baby, and I got mad, and then I turned over and I saw it was Venetia, and I was like, dope.
Yeah, it's dope. And she.
No, it's okay. No, she was actually already up.
You cannot bring cannolis to the studio.
Why? Because of the little fucking snivel face?
No,
said so?
because that's just not. You see, what you just said about Venetia. Let me just explain how funny it is, and your jaw's way out.
Yeah, it's way out. Yeah. And guy, the chain's out now.
Pull that fucking fat girl necklace out.
Yeah, that's 10. It keeps getting fucking torn around my neck.
First, I want to say quickly to the person who left that review on our iTunes, you fucking rat. You rat.
What'd they say? Oh, yeah.
Some fucking rat bank left a fucking 1-star review. We're going to hunt you down and kill you,
What'd
guy.
they say? Well, you know what it probably is?
They said when we do the yeah, we're going to send ISIS to your fucking house and blow it up.
And also some other fucking rat, it's probably the same rat piece of shit, told Keeping Joe, found audio of us talking shit about Keeping Joe, and then told everybody at the Keeping Joe podcast we were talking shit about them. Like, we're all fucking family here, guy.
Yeah, that's
so
what
relax.
podcasts
I got
do.
a text.
And anyway, we were. What are you going to do about it?
It's what it is,
yeah,
okay?
I mean, what are you going to do about it, guy?
I'm fucking in the studio, I throw hands.
Yeah, and I've been doing steroid cycles to get my testosterone
you look, all
up.
of a sudden you're jacked.
Yeah, because you know what? I'm just taking steroids.
Yeah, and your hair's back again.
I know, my hair's gone and it's back.
Yeah, and it's what it is.
I'm not taking steroids, but look,
your beard's gray now.
Yeah, I mean, What do you mean we're talking shit? What have we talked about?
We didn't talk shit.
We were making jokes.
We make jokes, but these fucking FFs can't handle jokes.
Look, Sam Morrell's about to leave that podcast. It's about to end.
Yeah.
So it's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, the kid's going up, you know,
Yeah.
he's got a high joke density, and he can't be dragged down by fucking Keeping Joe anymore.
Yeah. It's what it is.
So, yeah. Make a clip of that and send it to him.
Yeah, make a clip of it and send it to him. And as always, Trump gets my vote.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. But what I'm saying is, just like what you said with Venetia, which was funny. It's like, because you're thinking, she's the type of girl you marry, but at the same time, she works at your job where she hears about all the girls you crack open.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's only so many times I can be like, it's a character piece.
Yeah, I mean, she knows it's not a character piece.
Yeah, I'm like, I just can't. Like, I'm going to propose to her one day. She's going to say, no, I'm going to say it's a character piece.
No,
she'll walk away.
And when she looks at you, all she sees is fuck boy.
Yeah.
Chrissy's definitely a fuck boy, no?
Am I a fuck boy? I am a fuck boy.
Yeah, he's a fuck boy. You're a fuck boy.
But I'm getting closer to being not a fuck boy, but I'm not there yet.
Not in her world, but somebody else who doesn't know your history. You gotta go to like France to find a girl.
My relationships with women last just until they hear the podcast. So as long as I keep them away from the podcast, I can have a girlfriend. As soon as she hears it, she's out of here.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you're going to find a wife is if you go into the witness protection program.
Yeah, it's what it is.
You gotta get a new name and a new identity to find somebody who's going to stay with you.
Yeah, or I just have to fucking marry a deaf girl.
Yeah, because
you just can't hear it.
Because as soon those are your only two options.
Those are my only two options. Yeah, if you're a girl out there that does sign language, I'm into you.
Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna happen, because you're gonna have a nice dinner with her. You're gonna introduce her to the baby, and then she's gonna sit down in the love sack, and then she's gonna overhear what's happened to that love sack, because that love sack needs to be fucking clean.
No, I cleaned it, and by the way, I'm being a love sack for Halloween. So if anybody wants to make me a love sack costume, send them to 117 McDougal Street, the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, Chris is gonna be a love sack for Halloween, and I'm gonna be Venetia.
Yeah, you're gonna be Venetia.
That's what we're gonna do. Yeah,
you're gonna, and then Venetia is gonna be Mike Mush.
Yeah, and here's what I wanted to say. So much like
Zach's just going to be fired.
Yeah, no, Zach's just going to shave his beard, and he's going to go as an American citizen.
That's what it is.
That's
right. Yeah, Zach's hair is fucking. Now he's got his hair combed down like he's fucking he's in like 15th century England.
I mean, it's just.
The guy looks like he's a fucking crusader
because he looks like he's been living in Saddam Hussein's cave.
The guy's got a full Lancelot haircut.
Yeah, I mean, the kid looks like he's hiding from Army Rangers now.
Yeah, it's just what it is.
Yeah, so much like the Venetia thing. Yeah. You just worked out and you fucking worked out hard and you threw hands with Sergio, and then you went and bought 6 cannolis.
Well, I bought 4 cannolis for the bit because I know Mike Muth wasn't going to be here. But I also
so you did just a bit. But if you don't think you're going to crack one of these cannolis out, it's just
I'm
like
sticking one of those cannolis in my ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen, and I don't want these cannolis. I'm trying to lose weight from my Savannah trip.
When are you going to Savannah?
Because
You just went to Savannah.
I'm saying I put on a lot of weight.
I thought you said to Savannah.
Yeah, it's been like a couple weeks. I'm 211 right now. I'm 211 pounds.
Is that too big for you?
I got to get down to under 2.
Yeah.
I mean, these pants are so tight. it like
But you
hurts.
look pretty jacked right
because
you
I'm
look
wearing
better
black,
right
but I
now.
am fucking jacked.
You're getting more jacked.
I'm a jacked kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can get jacked quick.
You can get jacked
I can
quick.
lose weight quick. I can grow my hair back quick.
Yeah.
I can become a woman quick.
It's funny.
I'm a malleable kid.
It's funny how, like, when you start to get depressed, you start to lose your hair.
Yeah.
And then when you get happy, your hair just comes. I mean, you have a full head of hair right now.
I know.
But 2 weeks ago, you look like you were in chemo.
Yeah, and why is it? I think it's because I just don't have the right hair products.
Well,
Because right now I found a spritz spray.
Well, finally you found the right barber. Shout out Panache.
Yeah,
Salon.
shout out Panache, yeah.
No, the clippers they use out there are serious.
No. He's got one. Okay. So he's
Yeah.
got one. Yeah, it's gold. First of all,
Shout out Panache.
shout out
Avenue,
Panache.
Bay Ridge.
Yeah, Stefano. Shout out Stefano.
Stefano's brother Paulie, his other brother Paulie, his dad Paulie.
It bears repeating. He's a 4th generation barber.
Yeah, he's
Did you
a
know
fourth
that?
generation sauce monkey barber.
Yeah, he's an Italian. He's actually half Greek though. He speaks fluent Greek.
He does speak fluent
So
Greek.
he's not
yeah.
a full sauce monkey.
Yeah, and the kid's
He's a
got
Greek kid.
And now tell him about the clippers that he has.
So yeah, so first off, he's a 4th generation barber.
Yeah.
Which is funny in and of itself. I said, wow, because his father is a barber and he owns Panache, and then he and his brother are barbers there.
Yeah.
So there's you got three family members who are barbers there.
Yeah.
But then his father's father was also a barber.
Yeah.
And his father before him was a barber. He's a 4th generation barber.
Yeah.
His great grandfather was a barber.
Yeah.
So they're just 4 generations of barbers.
It's what it is.
Yeah, now when he goes in there, he's got these gold clippers, and I saw them. They're fucking solid gold clippers.
Yeah.
They're as gold as that chain that your mother bought you for freaking graduating from Catholic school.
Exactly. Yeah,
It's
my
what it
first
is.
Holy Communion.
It's 12 karat gold.
Shout out Mrs. Link.
I said, wow. Now they were glistening off the lights above the seat, so they caught my eye, and I said, are those special clippers? Because
Yeah.
they're gold.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, those over there are serious.
Serious.
He called them serious.
Serious,
He
yeah.
said they're like vintage sneakers. They're hard to get. He said they're always sold out. Those things are serious.
Serious, yeah.
And then when he used them on me, I have to admit the buzz was nice and calm and controlled.
yeah.
It sounded like a jet plane, like
Yeah.
one of those advanced fucking
Yeah.
like CIA,
Yeah.
like maybe like what I used to call those things that make no sound,
Like
that fly. It was one of those,
yeah, I don't know.
like a spy. What was it called? It was like. It looks like
Mike would've had
it
the
looks
answer.
like Darth Vader's helmet.
Mike, once you said Darth Vader, Mike would have came.
Yeah, Mike would have.
Yeah, if
Did you
Mike's
see?
listening from the group chat, he's like, I'm fit.
Yeah, so the buzz was real nice, and it was a real good clipper. Did you see Mike's reaction when Burr said that he was in the Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
He started crying almost.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
he started crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's a good kid.
Yeah, Mike's
he's
a great
helping out
kid.
his mother right now in San Antonio.
Yeah, he's in San Antonio, but listen, Mikey, if you're listening to this, which you are, listen, no more Slurpees for you. I want you to
Yeah.
go to Lakeside Maple and use that fucking promo code.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what you need to start doing. Whenever you want a Slurpee, get
Yeah.
it. Do you ever notice when we go to dinner, the kids always ordering a burger?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, you gotta
Listen, guy, we're just gonna have to order for him.
Well, Serge said he'd give him a couple of free sessions to throw hands.
Yeah,
if Mike wants to do it.
He needs to throw hands.
Yeah.
We love Mikey. We miss him already today.
I do it. Yeah, I mean, we can't print anything out. Even the Mighty Venetia doesn't know what the fuck's going on. We can't find passwords. The printer doesn't work.
Yeah, we
need Mike here.
Yeah, but Venetia will learn it. You know,
No, Venetia will absolutely learn. Venetia is eventually going to start just doing the podcast.
That's
and
what I'm
we're
saying.
not going to do it.
She's looking at you and she's like, Chris, if you look at that phone one more time, I'm going to sit in that seat and I'm going to
Oh, yeah.
talk about guys I cracked out.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And we're going to do this podcast. We're here from 12 to 4. I'm not allowed to pee.
You're not
Because
allowed-
Venetia said I can't pee.
Yeah, she's just got everything. She's got everything in control. She's like she's almost like the Terminator.
A little bit. Sarah Connor?
She's like, you know how the Terminator kind of changes forms and kind of
Yeah.
like you can't stop her?
Yeah.
Venetia will just, you can't stop her.
Yeah.
You'll try to keep her away, like, this is my job, and she'll be like, she's kind of got that thing where it's like,
Yeah.
it is your job, but if you do it a little, if you do it a little below expectation,
Yep, you're
I'm going to
gone.
come in and fill in what you didn't do, and I'm just
Yeah.
going to become you.
Yeah. No, yeah. Today it was, because Venetia she does all the research for us, and we're so thankful. That's why this podcast keeps getting better and better. It's because Venetia's effort. And now it's starting to come with not only just here's the material, now it's starting to come with, hey, this is what you have to say, this is what you should say,
Yeah.
this is what you're going to do to the bonus. At 11 minutes, you're going to go into this. Now there's no mistakes anymore.
No.
It's feeling a little bit more German, and that's why I'm getting Pewing in here.
Yeah, and if you notice, she just keeps sitting increasingly closer to Zach.
Yeah.
Because make no mistake, she's going to correct him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be corrected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go to our fucking Patreon, there is again another jihad for Zach's head.
Yeah, because when
we just can't keep these fans away from Zach.
I don't even upload them anymore.
I know, but they're upset.
It's just a thing whenever there's a mistake.
They're upset about the volume levels.
Yeah.
They're upset about the sound effect volume levels.
Yeah.
And I think pretty soon they're going to start camping out outside the studio, and they're going to try to cut your head off.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah, even my manager, the truffle pig, he just called me one day. He was like, oink, 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 Zach, oink, 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 oink. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then he got mad at the audio levels. But
Yeah.
So,
So-
we should wish Shang-Chi on that? I mean, I'm just making pig sounds.
Yeah, you
It's
speak.
not anything wrong to me.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
Zach's okay.
generalizing. I'm just saying him specifically
No.
because he finds little truffle money bags.
Yeah, it's not because of that he happens to be Jewish. You're saying
No.
it because he happens to be a manager in comedy, and
He-
they're all truffle picks.
Yeah, they're all truffle picks. They
Yeah.
find the money.
No matter what
It has
their
nothing to
background
do
is,
with being
they're
Jew. It has truly nothing to do with being
they're
Jewish. I'm honestly-
parasitical truffle picks.
If he was a Catholic kid, I would still call it because he's just excellent at finding the money.
He's got to sniff out. He's got to sniff out the money.
Yeah, and he listens
That's what it is.
because he
Yeah.
smells some money. So now he hears what's going on.
Much like a lot of our expressions,
Yeah,
we just
we're
have
not
to.
getting rid of the Patreon.
No, and yeah. Yeah. And much like most of our expressions, we just have to distance ourselves from the original meaning of them.
Yeah.
Because we're not losing them because they're too funny, but we got to distance ourselves. It's like cocksucker. Cocksucker's too funny a thing.
Yeah.
But it started out as a gay slur. But nobody
what it
cares
is,
about
yeah.
that now anymore.
But you know what? It's starting to get to the point now where I think it's not. We're not there yet. But I was telling you this. Bob Maneri on Instagram, he's got that really funny Instagram account where he does announcer voices over funny video over actual sports videos, and he curses and it's whatever. And on Saturday he put up a video of a football player. I forgot what team, a college team, and his last name was Faggot or Fagot.
Yeah.
So it's like faggot, but it's actually pronounced fagot.
Yeah.
And he did this whole video. It was like, Dad, what a touchdown kick for Jack Faggot. And he just and the crowd screams faggot, faggot. And he just kept screaming it, right?
Yeah.
And that was the video he posted. I'm not
Yeah.
like that. I'm regurgitating what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got all this hate mail that was like, no, it's fagot, it's fagot, it's fagot. So he makes a video and he says, I apologize. I shouldn't have said that word, faggot, and it's fagot. And we should have done our research. And he's like, me and Peter, who's his imaginary partner in the thing, but it's really all him. And he goes, but to the people, because he's also the voice of Buffalo Wild Wings. He was like to the people who are or telling me I'm going to lose my Buffalo Wild Wings sponsor. He's like, I'm not at all. He goes, they need me more than I need them. He said, so I apologize for the video.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He said, I love all people. I have no problem with gays. So stop trying to cause a fucking problem. It's not going to happen. He was like, I'll see you and he said to Buffalo Wild Wings, I'll see you in the studio on Monday.
Yeah, because they need his following and
That's what I'm saying.
Power to the people.
My
now.
point is that in a little bit, it's like this whole cancel culture is starting to slow down just a little bit. I
Yeah.
mean, we're going to get canceled eventually, but
No, we're not, and it is slowing down because, we are the business now. Comedians are the business.
It's what it is.
They need our fan bases. We build things organically because it's the only organic thing left. Everything else is publicists paid for and just bullshit. Yeah,
yeah.
And-
Should we tell them the truth about our article?
the truth about our article?
Yeah, because even Zach said he was like it was a great write up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a good writer, so it's just
it's
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I mean,
what
I
it
was
is.
getting messages from everybody.
Yeah, well, good. It's out there now.
It's out there now.
Yeah.
So expect more from powerful news sources saying that they like our stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, CNN just wrote a nice article about us. It's getting posted tomorrow. I was told.
You'll be seeing it
Wild.
soon.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, guy, it's like, listen, whoever made that clip and sent it to Keeping Joe, here's one for you to make too. It's like, listen, guy.
Yeah.
This is, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not serious. We're in comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, this little inside high school stuff where we make fun of each other, it's all in good fun, but it's not real. Nobody cares.
does-
Okay?
yeah.
Louis J. Gomez and Nicole Arbor, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Okay? Do your fucking tour together or whatever, and the stupid little vendetta you got, nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's not a real problem. It's all show business,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Everything has become show business.
Yeah.
Including media. You know how wrestling calls itself sports entertainment?
Yeah.
Media should just start calling itself media entertainment.
Yeah.
Because you're entertainment. You're not real news anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Fake news Trump 2020, it's a character piece.
It's a character piece. It's what it is.
I got a DM from Patty. I got a DM from the real Patty Flyballs.
From the real Patty Flyballs.
I
DM.
did.
did you right?
And he said, "Yeah, guy, Trump 2020 guy. Yeah, and it's just what it is." And I just said Trump. I just said Trump train. Yeah,
yeah.
So it's it's a character piece.
It's a character piece.
Yeah,
now we're going to talk about Prohibition today, and it's going to be fucking wild. You know a lot about Prohibition. You go appearing for Prohibition. You wanted to do Prohibition for the live Gramercy Theater show, and I said, "No, we got to talk about the firefighters."
Yeah, you know, look,
November 9th, almost sold out.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys.
Show added. We got to use the right term. Show added.
Yeah, guy. Yeah, show added.
That's what people start to go appearing. Oh, these kids are selling tickets. Show added.
Exactly. Well, it's true.
Which is technically true, but yeah,
it is technically true.
Yeah.
We sold out the first one. Now
yeah,
we should
when
be
I
at
say
a
almost
show.
sold out, I mean about halfway full. Yeah. So go ahead.
No, that's not true though.
That actually is not true.
For the joke,
we got about there's truly about. I think there's like 30 tickets left.
Single-digit tickets left.
Oh yeah, that too.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
But reality is a suggestion.
Reality suggestion. It doesn't matter.
But
okay.
but the truth is, it is very low single digits.
It truly
It could be sold out right now.
It actually could be.
Yeah. We got to call one of the truffles.
Yeah, one of the truffles. We'll text him, and then when he gets out of synagogue, he'll get back to me.
Yeah, but again, the truffle has nothing to do with that he's going to synagogue.
No, it's just
Chrissy can't help himself. Can we clear the air, please? He's
Yeah.
How you doing? That's my friend Patty Mulrooney. He's never been to the city. First time he brought his passport to the Brooklyn Bridge. We went there. You got to excuse him. He's never met a Jew in person. You know, a couple firefighters, and we will pull you out of file no matter what your political persuasions are.
It's what it is. Just if you voted Hillary, it'd just be a little slower.
It just might be a little slower if you're a Democrat.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think guys I think they just move up the stairs a little slow in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah, and also we have on occasion called in a fire that there wasn't a fire, and we did show up at the scene to get overtime. Yeah, that did happen.
It's just what it is.
It's what it is.
And there also have been a couple of times where we saw some people that look like Democrats, and we just hit them with the fire hose.
It's just. We probably need. Is that a cackle? Is that a cackle?
No, we just have to clean them off a little bit.
Yeah,
we have to clean off their
Ladder 14, and can I get away from seeing Zach if that button works?
Thank
Thank you very much. That clears the air. It's a character piece.
So why don't we get in? You want to get into the history right now? Let's do that.
I do.
Okay, because now Prohibition for
you. First of all,
because you know a lot more about it than I do.
Yeah,
but I know about it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. First of all, it's your people. This is something you should be very interested
Sauce monkeys.
in. No, you're not
Germans.
a sauce monkey. It was funny because some kid was trying to diss Sebastian Maniscalco when I did that impression of him at the comedy karaoke.
What were they saying? What was this asshole saying?
Well, he said, he said, no, thank you. I want Chrissy D to be our Italian representative. I said, Chrissy D's not Italian. The only thing Italian about Chrissy is the name DeStefano.
Yeah.
You look at you. I mean, and much like a German kid, you're a handsome kid, but I told you you're peaking now because your skin, you're starting to fall apart.
Why? What's going on?
What happens is you guys start drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, you start moving a lot of vegetables.
Yeah. Am I starting to fall apart now already?
No, you're still a good-looking kid, but you don't have the skin of Greeks.
Right.
You see how Venetia's got the fucking perfect skin?
Yeah.
You guys get reddish and like translucent. You got the skin. You really do have the skin tone of like a shower liner.
Yeah.
So as you get over like 40, once you hit 40,
the skin starts to get bad.
You guys all look weathered like you climb Mount
I have
Everest.
a big pimple too.
You got like windburn on your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because of the booze. You guys can't keep your fucking pauper paws off of brews.
Oh, yeah.
You love brews.
Yeah, I threw down a few brews in Wisconsin.
Yeah, you like brews.
By the way, shout out to the people who came to comedy on State. What a great fucking club in Madison, Wisconsin. And yeah, I ate a lot of beers, a lot of cheese curds.
Yeah, and shout out to the couple cute kids that fucking came down to Jamestown, New York. We're going to be going back there. Francesca, how you doing? I know you're listening right now. She's a fan of the Hyenas. That's why she brought me out. Bring us back. Bring the Hyenas for the Lucille Ball Fest.
Yeah, Lucille Ball is probably one of the funniest female comedians of all time.
Yeah, she definitely is, and she's from Jamestown, New York. We'll do an episode on Jamestown because
we got to do an episode on Lucille Ball too.
We do. We absolutely do. But here's the thing about Prohibition, Chrissy.
Yeah, what is it?
Because you're a German kid, and you kids can't keep your fucking pauper paws off brews. You love creating brews. So the big advocates to be anti-prohibition, to start it off from here, were German kids,
German Americans
who were
wanted the booze.
Were making the booze. Well, they were behind the big companies. Look at all the German names: Busch, Anheuser-Busch, Yingling. Who's the other one? We have Busch. We have Budweiser. These are all Germans.
Yeah.
So they brought the beer here.
Yeah.
And then we had all these Protestant. Germans are Protestant. A lot of them are Lutheran, wherever the fuck they are, but they don't care. They just want to clean.
So they don't care about
So
as long as you're not a certain religion, they don't care.
Yeah. So they were the big beer makers, but the guys who really love booze were these factory workers. And, you know,
Yeah, still to this day.
and Irish kids.
Yeah.
So the Irish kids came here and they were like, they worked at the factories and they were like, you know what? I'm going to go have a fucking couple brews.
Yeah.
And a couple turned into 10. And the next thing you know, they were fucking, you know, not
Yeah.
eating lunch and just drinking beer like your
Yeah.
friend Patty
Yeah,
Flyballs.
yeah, because brews to them, because liquor.
That's
to
like
them,
a meal for them.
Well, no, alcohol to them, it's kind of like the cement mix to bury their problems.
It's what
That's what it is.
That's a good way to put it.
That's what they need. They need that. They need that cement mix solution, that dirt, to fucking fully bury their issues. It only alcohol is the thing that does it.
Yeah, and so a lot of you know, we always, what I've noticed in being a history lover and why Prohibition
And an FF.
a full blown stone
FF.
cold
Guy.
because I'm full blown and stone
You're
cold.
full blown stone cold. I mean, you're just as the more days than not. I would say 5 out of 7 days a week now you're mostly estrogen. Where it used to be, 3 to 4 out of 7. But ever since you've been married, you're just mostly estrogen. I mean, your wife has a wife, and it's you.
Yeah, when you get married, you do it's almost like being a eunuch.
Yeah, it's like, will the real Mrs. Poppins please stand up?
Yeah, exactly. There's
Yeah.
2 of us. And we're in a lesbian relationship.
It's what it is.
Yeah, we had a gay marriage.
Yeah. And I was happy to be there and witness it.
Yeah, you
'Cause
were-
I support everything.
Yeah, and we got some good photos there because
We did have some really good photos, and I ripped a fart during the photo shoot.
you did, and it cracked everybody up.
Cracked your brother up, and then he shit his pants.
So
Yeah.
the thing that I've noticed about studying American history, from our inception, you have to understand, we were founded by a bunch of honks from
Yes.
Europe who came over to escape religious persecution. They wanted to be fucking Protestant kids.
Yeah.
They wanted to escape the Catholic Church. They
Yes.
wanted to escape whatever and do their thing. They wanted to be Quakers. They wanted to be Protestants, whatever, Lutherans, whatever they are.
Whatever they want to be.
So that's what they came here for.
Right.
But it's so funny. This is the interesting thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is like every movement always goes too far.
There's always overcorrection.
It always
Yep.
goes too far. Starting at the founding of our country, these people were escaping persecution, and then they came here and they started burning women
Yes.
on faggots.
Yes.
Now, faggots is the wood underneath.
There you go. So,
that they burn
okay,
them on,
blogger,
okay?
so
and
sorry.
also, and if I was in England and I said, "Can I
Yeah.
get a fag?" It's
Yeah.
cigarette.
One for the good Nazis.
Yeah, yeah. Wei Sheng Xing, Zach.
Wei Sheng Xing.
Wake up.
微上吸引。
So they started burning women for being witches, and
Yeah.
they came here to escape persecution, and then as Puritans, which is the founding of our country was by
Yeah.
Puritans. Puritanical that expression comes from what they were doing.
Sure.
You did anything outside of the lines of what they prescribed.
You were getting tied to a piece of wood and set on fire.
You were getting exactly
what it was.
You were a witch or something was wrong
Sure.
with you. Everything always goes too far. So that puritanical urge
Yep.
it's part of our fabric. That puritanical tendency keeps manifesting itself in different times, in different ways.
Yeah.
But the anatomy of it is the same thing.
And it's American.
It's fucking uniquely American.
Uniquely American.
Because when you go to Europe and stuff like that, they're very liberal about sex
Sure.
and things like that. America, we have that puritanical shame that's attached to sex.
Yeah.
And it shows in our TV how, like we talked about, was that with the Michael Costa episode? Where like you see guys shooting each other, no problem, violence is okay. But you see one titty, you can't even show a penis.
Can't do that.
I mean, which is weird. And it's like you can't show sex, but like the French, the whole movie is just like a woman banging a dude.
Yeah, and then because once you start being open and honest about these things, even with alcohol, when I was in Scotland, when I was in England in Newcastle this summer, when I just immediately left because I got a stomachache and I just missed Hyenas when I left 4 days before, when I came back home to the United States. The kids that were drinking there, they were 16, 17, 18 years old. There's no shame associated with being an alcoholic in the UK, and I'm sure in other European countries as well. I just saw it first in the UK. There's no shame in alcoholism. It's a family problem. AA doesn't exist really because AA is a shameful thing here. It's like, oh, alcohol's anonymous. Shh. They don't look at it that way. Like, oh, if you're addicted to you can drink alcohol. We encourage it. We want you to, be able to celebrate with us. So just if it starts to get out of hand, your family deals with it and you're not shamed for it. You're just saying, oh, he or she have to work on this, as opposed to being thrown out of your family and, oh, go to this anonymous place and, basically repent for your sins. That's what that is. That's
Right.
all. That's also puritanical.
Right. Well, the Prohibition and
by the way, can I just real quick say something?
Sure.
Just real quick. It's a little off topic, but just to the people who are going crazy that the Houston Astros beat the New York
Steel
Yankees
pipe.
and talk about, Houston's the city up and coming. Because it's like, I don't know where this fucking idea keeps coming from that Houston is this somewhat close city to New York City. Let me fucking tell you one thing.
Be crystal.
And listen to me fucking loud and clear right
Crystal
now.
clear.
New York City's history is embedded in this fucking country
Yeah.
more than you even know.
Yeah.
Okay? Because here's one thing I know.
Yeah.
This city used to be called... before it was
New
New York,
Amsterdam.
what was it? New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
By the fucking Dutch.
That's
okay?
right. Tall kids.
The Dutch, the tall fucking kids, before England even wanted to take it in the late 1600s, because England just wants to get their fucking pauper paws on shit too.
Yeah.
New Amsterdam was the melting pot of this new world. The reason why the British even wanted to get their fucking paws on it was because of New Amsterdam, which would one day be New York City, because in New Amsterdam, you had 18 to 20 different languages being spoken at any given time on any given street, because the pride of New York City is we're a melting pot and we're all eclectic, and everything that New York stands for is what people, when they would leave New Amsterdam, they would just take it and start to go settle west. But make no mistake, the idea was New York. The idea was New Amsterdam. The people born and raised in New Amsterdam said, we like our lives here. Let's move west to places like Houston and all these other cities that just became great cities, like Chicago and Los Angeles and all these other cities that became good cities. The reason why they became good cities, the nucleus of the cell of every other city's life, make no mistake, is New York City.
Yeah.
So when I start to hear people talk shit about New York City, it's like, listen, guy,
here it is.
It's like you're talking shit about your own cells,
Yeah.
okay? Because you only exist because New Amsterdam existed, and you weren't fucking chosen. Geography is destiny, and Jesus Christ himself pointed to guys like me and you and said, I want you guys to live in the heart of the fucking cell. You guys are the heartbeat of the nucleus of the cell. So we're going to put you in New York City.
Long Duck Dong is about your age, Sam. You two should have a lot to chat about.
No, we got the best water. Shout out Smithtown Water.
Shout out Smithtown Water Department, and also Redding Water Department. And Houston Astros, you suck. Your best player is fucking the short fucking kid like the situation.
Yeah, so that was a little steel pipe Chrissy right there.
Sorry about that. I know it's went a little off hand, but it's just, Guy, I'm sick and tired of people fucking talking about New York City. It's the whole thing starts with New Amsterdam, and that's New York City. And either you were chosen to live there, or either you're a New Yorker and you're tolerable and people like you, or you just have to play pretend. It's like, I got to play pretend that somebody from Cincinnati's interesting.
Yeah.
You're not interested.
Right. Your city's not interesting.
I got to just play pretend with you, and I'm fucking getting sick of it.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired of going to these cities, fucking going on the road and be like, I love your city. I don't. I want to go home back to New York, because the only thing that matters is this.
Yeah.
Without the Northeast, nobody cares.
Yeah.
ISIS isn't going to go fucking invade Cincinnati. They don't need it.
Yeah.
But New York and Boston get hit.
Yeah,
because it's like this whole world lately is just, let's play pretend and let's make believe that everybody's. It's not. There's New York, Boston, and a couple other places, and that's about it, guys.
Yeah, and it used to be that, like, listen, Guy, you had to be able to sell tickets and impress New Yorkers to make it in any art form, Guy. Now you just you got some guy or girl prancing in from some place, and then they make them a star. It's like, listen, Guy, you haven't impressed New Yorkers yet.
Yeah.
You're not a real comedian.
You don't impress me.
Yeah, you're not impressive.
Yeah.
Because we're the realest people. The Northeast is the realest people. And Chrissy's right. You can act like New York's not the new Rome, but we're just playing pretend.
We just play pretend.
We're pretend. We are the modern Roman Empire, and New York is Rome, the city of Rome.
Yeah.
So just deal with it.
Yeah.
New York, New York.
Yeah.
Drinking the smoothie.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the Bill Burr episode.
So even Prohibition, I mean, nobody even cared that they weren't allowed to sell alcohol at any of the places, but when they said you can't sell in New York City, then we had an issue.
Yeah, and by the way, Chrissy just shit on Cincinnati. We're hoping to come to Cincinnati.
Yeah, I love shout out Liberty Funny Bone. I love your town.
Yeah, we're definitely just going to figure out how to get down there, and Cincinnati's really, really important.
No, I do love those cities. Obviously, I was just kidding. That was a little bit of a character piece. This is me right now. This is Chris. Hi, how are you? I just went a little wild.
Yeah.
And I love the cities. I shout out Madison, Wisconsin.
The only reason he was saying that is because that's stupid, and he likes New York because those are where the black guys are.
Yes, and this is Max.
It's a character piece.
Yeah. I only had a problem with Cincinnati because I thought there'd be more black guys.
So there's not enough black guys there, so that's the real problem.
Yeah, we're just kidding.
Yeah, we're just two Bavarian hot guys looking for black guys.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
because we're just doing character pieces.
Yeah, we're just doing character pieces. And there's been a couple of girls I've been talking to that say they don't want to hold hands, that it's weird about holding hands. And one of these girls told me that she has mental illness. I was like, what's your mental illness? And she said ADD. I was like, you can't just fucking start saying shit like that now. That's not a mental illness, guy.
No.
All right, lady?
No.
You're not a mental illness.
No.
You don't want to hold hands and you have ADD. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of the city.
No,
Some people move to the city, they can't handle it. They start to snap.
No, walking 15 miles to go to the gym and wearing headphones, that's a fucking mental illness.
That's a mental illness. Hey, bird.
We're just kidding. It's
We're
a character
just kidding.
piece.
I'm just
joking.
kidding around. If you see him in the street, don't throw peanut butter at him.
Yeah, just joking, all right? Everyone's got to thicken their skin, all right?
Yeah,
Hey,
all
Joe
right.
podcast or whatever.
Yeah, you
Everyone
fucking
thicken your
stop,
fucking
relax.
skin.
Yeah.
We're just joking. You guys are all great comics. We love y'all. Take your shots at us, but you better keep it comedy, because if you want to get physical, we'll take all of you physically.
That's another thing, too. As far as podcasts, other than Joe Rogan and Brendan Schaub, anybody else who wants to, and Brian Callen, because they kick and throw hands,
Yeah, can throw
I'll
hands.
beat the shit out of any other podcast, including you, Schultz. Wild.
Schultz could throw hands.
No, Schultz could throw hands.
Yeah.
And I also just mentioned Schultz because I'm trying to get clickbait.
Yeah.
I want the kids' followers. The kids are fucking. We're trying to hang on to Schultz.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Because Schultz is the general, and make no mistake, Schultz is the general of the New York podcast army, and we're high up lieutenants, though.
Yeah.
How Rogan made all these other guys, we're on the Schultz train.
Yeah.
We've been Schultz since day one.
Yeah,
okay?
Schultz is a screwed in kid.
Schultz is the most screwed in kid. I mean, his Joker video was a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the
kid's a 10 out of 10.
He's 10 out of 10, and he's working his guys to death.
Yeah, he's working his guys.
He says he's not German, but that name Schultz,
German.
I think his father might have been a Nazi who escaped to Argentina and moved up here.
He gave that kid Akash Singh a fucking full career. I mean, that kid was 2 feet away from opening up his own halal card.
猥瑣詩型
Yeah, I mean, Chrissy, you're just here. You're present.
Just what it is. I'll
Still
forget
put
all of
Chrissy present.
Present. I will forget all of this tomorrow. I'm in a blackout right now.
Yeah, you're the fucking blackout.
All of my mind is just seeing Father Bill smash his cock against my forehead and try to make the sign of the cross and come.
It's what it
I'm
is.
just blacked out.
Yeah, we went to Ridgewood too. We did a little sightseeing. There's 4 sites to see. One of them's Rudy's. Nazis used to get their pastries there.
It's what it is.
It's just a true
They
story.
sold tickets and they got black and whites from my local bakery.
I mean, Ridgewood was a Nazi fucking loving neighborhood.
Yeah,
it was
what
all
it is.
German.
It's what it is. Yeah.
So it's good to go to that. We finally went to Rudy's. The Linzer tarts are great. I think it's hilarious that there's a neighborhood that has Linzer tarts in them, because like Linzer tarts is like, that's like a Nazi cookie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a little Nazi treat. It's a Nazi biscuit.
Because I want to fucking hunt down whoever gave that review. That review bothered me.
I know you get bent out of shape
That
about that
fucking
stuff.
bothered me. I'm gonna find, because we're like the Joker. We could just send Hyena fans after people.
Venetia is starting to look at us now a little.
She wants us to get into the fucking history.
So once Venetia, I can see Venetia start looking, and
It's his fault. He took out the pipe and he started fucking hitting every state. He's like, listen, Cincinnati, you're a piece of shit. Everything in Texas, suck my dick, guy.
Yeah.
Look, if you're in the Northwest, fuck you, you're not important. The only thing that matters is New York.
Yeah.
Because fucking Frank Sinatra, and that's it.
Yeah.
So what is Prohibition, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we were,
so
back to the pure,
back to Prohibition. Sorry.
back to the puritanical tendency that rears its head. At this time, Prohibition started to rear its head. A lot of it can probably be blamed on how hard Irish kids drank as factory workers and blue collar workers, and so a lot of the Prohibition movement was really started by Protestant women. Protestant women groups, these temperance groups,
because they were tired of getting disciplined.
Yeah, kind of.
Seriously, I mean, probably right. They was tired of getting drunk and fucking and hit.
Yeah, and they, back then you got your pay, and these guys would get their pay at the factory, and then they would go and they would spend it on booze at the saloon, and they would gamble, and so it's like,
so they were destroying their families.
Yeah, it was destroying their families, and so, but it was also, it's probably not that many people doing it.
Right.
That's how xenophobia works, right? It's like, the new guys come along, the Muslims got, like, most Muslims are just normal people doing whatever they're doing, throwing sheets over their head, just doing their own thing, cooking great food.
Yeah.
But like a few
wearing sandals 12 months a year.
Whatever it is. Yeah, same thing. And then a few of them do that, and then like a few of them, do something bad or whatever, and then they all get stereotyped. That's how xenophobia works.
Sure.
So it's probably a few Irish kids that got a little too hammered, and then like all of a sudden xenophobia kicks in, where they just generalize, and then Protestants start being, for all intents and purposes, racist against Irish. Because this was really kind of like Prohibition was really kind of like masked racism against Irish because everyone loved to drink.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the Irish kids who were drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you came across a British kid in your life, but those kids love to drink
They
gin.
love it.
They got a red nose. They're drinkers.
They're big drinkers, yeah.
So it was mostly women, and this puritanical urge we were talking about started to rear its head and manifest itself in this prohibition movement.
Right.
It used to be like she's a witch because she said something that's not, Christian or whatever, or she's acting, or she got pregnant in a way. She's a witch.
Or if they would even like I remember from this episode is not about the Salem witch trials, but I remember there was even a case of a woman who's didn't get her period in 4 or 5 months, but also wasn't pregnant, so they were like, it must be witchcraft. But meanwhile, it's like endometriosis.
Yeah, it always just goes too far. It's
I don't know why I got a specific gynecological condition. Yeah,
you're
I just know a lot about the body.
You're a doctor.
Yeah, I got a doctorate.
Yeah, I mean, we did spend a little time with Aunt Eileen this weekend.
Oh, yes, we did.
And she's not a fan of the situation.
Yeah, and I snuck a few pictures of her and Hyenas talking. I'll post them on the Patreon.
Did you really?
Yeah, I just took a few.
Yeah. So much like
and she had a firefighter's sweater on.
She did have a firefighter sweater, and she's definitely not a fan of the situation.
Yeah, and my mother would phrase
No,
things.
she is. They work it out, but it's just.
And my mother was funny because she would phrase things, because you would ask her questions about the neighborhood. She's like, the neighborhood is changing.
It's changed.
She was like,
but it looks like it's changing back.
She was like, it was changing, and she was like, and it was it was a change. She's like, but now it's just changing back, if you know what I mean. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean.
We know what she meant.
Yeah, the leaves are changing, and so are the colors.
Yeah. So anyway, also on patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys, now that you can also check in with Aunt Eileen. She leaves voicemails for her nephew Christopher, who she loves very much, and she just wants him to stay on the right path. They were worried about him when he stopped being a doctor, but once they saw him on TV doing skits, everything was okay. But he's got a friend from Park Slope, so that's good.
Yeah, they were happy to see you.
So you can also check in. There will be Aunt Eileen episodes on Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So back to Prohibition for Venetia.
It was funny when they found that you were smoking cigarettes, because my mom was like, I didn't know Hyenas smoked cigarettes. And Aunt Eileen was like, he smoked cigarettes.
Smoked cigarettes. He could come and sit on the stoop with me and we could share, a spot.
Yeah, she's like, let me go get my saltines.
Yeah, I mean, your mother and your aunt are two German-Irish women.
Yeah.
From Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Queens.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
Yeah, and make no mistake, the only reason I'm even alive and have anything going for me in my life positive is because of them. Because, Barney Rubble was on a fucking course to just throw it all away.
It's what it is.
And Lynn and Aunt Eileen would not let it happen.
And when we get huge, much like Andy Kaufman, what we're going to do is we're going to take two lucky fans. They're going to come with us to Ridgewood.
Yeah.
We're going to sit on the neutrals and we're going to eat Lindsay tarts from Ruzi's.
It's what it is.
That's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
The neutrals, we're going to sit on them and have a conversation with them, and Isis is going to film it, and that's what we're going to do for our Patreon members.
Yeah, great.
We'll do an episode from the neutrals at some point.
So when we get, at 1,000, just real quick, and then back to Prohibition, at 1,000 Patreon members, if you go to patreon.com/Bay Ridge Boys, we are going to reenact the scene from Grease. I'm going to dress up like Sandra Dee. Jan's is going to dress up like John Travolta. We're going to reenact the scene from Grease singing the Sandra Dee song.
Yeah.
When we get to 1,000 Patreon members, when we get to 1,500 Patreon members, we'll do a live episode from the Neutral Staircase in Ridgewood.
Yeah, with two lucky Patreon members.
Two lucky Patreon
members. Who will win a contest, and we'll come and we'll eat Lindsay tarts, and you'll be our guests.
Yeah, that's what
and
it
we
is.
will do the podcast from the neutrals.
Yeah, and if you're a girl, you can get cracked on my childhood bed.
Yeah, which is a single. And his VHS is still in there.
Yeah, and let's be honest, even if you're a guy, you might get cracked.
It's what it is.
It's what it is. I'm spinning the wheel. Okay, back to Prohibition.
Yeah. So it started rear its head. So, xenophobia is tied in to Prohibition. And so these groups started to pop up. These female, like, Protestant kind of temperance groups, right? They were called temperance groups, or
temperance we're going to talk about on the Patreon episode only, though.
Yeah.
So let's tease temperance. Temperance is a fascinating topic, but that's for our Patreon members only. So patreon.com, Bay Ridge Boys.
So they would actually go outside of the saloons and pray. And like block and like protest. They remind me of the woke kids of today who like block traffic.
I was going to say wokeness is xenophobia too.
Wokeness is that,
in a way,
puritanical that puritanical tendency rearing its head.
Yeah,
and that's why when I was in Savannah, by the way, you have to go to the Prohibition Museum down there. It's unbelievable. And I was walking through. It's so well curated. It's one of the best experiences I've had in a museum. It's so unbelievable.
And let me tell you something, that's saying a lot, because Yanni, the kid, loves museums.
I'm stone cold.
He's been to every museum in New York City, and he a great day for Hyenas is to take the ferry and get off, get a smoothie, and go to a museum.
That's number one.
That's what it is. That's number one thing for him.
Yeah. It's so good, that museum. It's so well curated. They have a speakeasy in there. They do live music in there. After the museum shuts down, you can go in there and drink.
Did you go in there with your wife?
We didn't go at night, but we went during the day to the whole thing. They have a story. They take you through the story of Prohibition from the rise, the peak, and the fall, and that's inevitably what happened. If you've seen Boardwalk Empire, that's what it's about. Prohibition, Atlantic City, and Prohibition, and it was a 13-year run. And some states had kept prohibition as a state law.
Yeah, I believe Oklahoma and Kansas kept it for years after, right? Yeah.
Up until the last state that stopped it was like the 50s or almost close to the 60s. Which state was that?
I don't know. I just found it interesting though that like I thought that it was the consumption, but it's actually just the sale of alcohol that was not allowed. That you can actually consume it, but you weren't allowed to sell it. So that's why bootlegging and speakeasies.
And in churches, you could still drink wine in church. Like in Catholic Sunday Mass, you were still drinking the blood of Christ.
There was a loophole for religion and a loophole for medicinal purposes.
But what medicinal purposes were alcohol?
I don't know. It was much like now, like oxys or whatever. You'd have some corrupt doctor going like he has anxiety, he needs to calm down, he needs to drink it for whatever reason.
In a way, we've been living. In a way, I mean, because it's obviously things are going to change. Like, we've been living for a long time, for our whole lives, in a prohibition of weed, right? I mean, weed has been legal. Marijuana, it's going to be like the same way that alcohol became legal to these people and they were getting it on a black market anyway. I think that's what it is with weed. We're in a modern day prohibition, which is it's going to change any day now, where this is just going to be legal and the prohibition, if you will, of marijuana will be lifted because it was stupid for alcohol and it's stupid for weed.
That's actually a great point.
Thank you.
That's actually a great point.
Mississippi was the last state in 1966.
They also last one to abolish slavery too. It was like around that time. Like technically, it was still on their books. Like slavery was still written somewhere in their law, and like until like the late 50s.
I mean,
that state is wild.
Wild. Yeah. MISSISSIPPI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just that it's name I mean, we got to do an episode on Mississippi.
I mean, the state is so wild, that place.
And then we're gonna get on a plane. We're gonna go there and we're gonna hunt for some cute, because I guarantee you there's cute shit there.
Yeah, there's cute shit there. And
sometimes you got to just peel back a couple layers from a place,
and then find the cute.
Find that fucking
FTC,
cute.
Find the cute.
Find the cute.
Mississippi officially submitted the required documentation to abolish slavery, the 13th Amendment, in 2013.
Wild!
February 2013.
Listen, guy, you can't do that.
Yeah,
Mississippi. What are you doing, Mississippi? You can't do that.
I mean, it's a wild state.
That's a fucking.
I mean, this episode's not about Mississippi, but it just needs to be said that Mississippi is wild.
Mississippi's fucking.
Any fans from Mississippi, call in and tell us how fucking wild your state is.
Your state is full blown Stone Cold Franks and Beans.
Yeah, I mean, Eli Manning came from there, and Eli Manning played for Ole Miss, and I mean, kid's got a Franks and Beans face.
It's what it is.
Yeah, the Giants are out.
Yeah, the Giants are done.
Okay, so
this 13-year run, and finally it was ratified as the 18th Amendment, that the distribution and selling of alcohol was illegal, and that set the course for the next 13 years of fucking wildness.
Yeah,
because you can't just take away booze. People love booze. People have been drinking booze for thousands of years. Yeah. Now, here's a little bit of an uncomfortable truth. To talk about uncomfortable truths.
I love when
Northern European kids, generally, much like Native Americans, not as extreme as Native Americans, or even Asians who've been drinking alcohol for less of their history as a people.
Okay,
they don't have the I don't know the science, but it's like an enzyme
or protein to break it down.
To break it down the way that Southern Europeans do. That's why the incidence of alcoholism is so much higher amongst Northern Europeans. So the stereotypes, like most stereotypes, do have a kernel of truth. They have a harder time with alcohol. There's more alcoholics, and alcohol is more of a problem in Northern Europe, in all those countries.
When I was a physical therapist, there's an actual condition, it's exclusive to Northern European ancestry alcoholics. It's called a Dupuytren's contracture. These kids drink so much that their hands contract, and there's nothing we can do. It's just a Dupuytren's contracture, and it's only in Northern European kids. Yeah. So it's like like you said, just like how Northern Europeans have like people want to admit like with this, oh, we're all created equal. Absolutely treat everybody equally, of course, but it's like we're so different. It's not even close. I mean, fucking Eastern Hemis have a gene in their body they don't smell.
Right.
The kids don't smell.
Right.
Like Koreans, they have this gene where they don't stink.
Yeah.
I mean, I can still smell them coming, but they don't smell.
I mean, we're all human.
Wei Shang-Chi,
Yeah,
thank you. I was just
we're all
around.
we all like share, like we're all the same. Like there really is, like we all like, if you go back far enough, there's like probably 2 kids that we're all related to.
Yeah.
You know,
but we're also all probably different breeds though too.
But we you know, if you stay in one environment for a long time, you start to develop different traits, and it's absolutely true.
It's
We're a
fine,
little
but
different.
It's okay to admit that.
And
Like,
culturally, you know,
it's okay to admit that.
I think most of racism isn't really racism. It's more cultural. It's more like people just can't, you know, they see another culture and they get away with it. You know, they just push it away.
But even culture, I know we've said it on the podcast, but it's like, even when people get bent out of shape about that, it's like, whatever your culture is, most likely, it's really what the enemies of your culture just forced down your throat after they conquered you and your people.
That's what it is.
Like, whatever you think your culture is, whatever you want to stand for, your culture, you're taking my culture, what do they say? You're,
Culture vulture. Culture vulture.
You're appropriating
cultural appropriation.
You're culturally appropriating this hairstyle or this food or this look or this way. It's like, do you understand that your great grandfathers would be spinning in their graves if they saw what you were doing because you think it's your culture, but it's really the enemy that conquered you 1,000 years ago just fucking blasted their culture through you, and now everyone just absorbs it through osmosis. So it's just where there's a common human identity that you lead with that.
Yeah.
As opposed to all this other, I'm this and I'm even your country. It's like, what is your country? What are you talking about? It's like, it's just lines that some guy made up. It's not real. None of it's real.
Yeah.
As fake as a god of a religion is, so are the flags. I mean, I fucking stand by it, and I will not kneel when that national anthem comes on.
I was about to say,
up. No, I'm an American kid.
I got a little concerned for a second.
Listen, I'm an American kid, but it's even like I was watching yesterday on the plane a documentary about the Somme in World War I, the bloodiest battle in World War I. I think over 1 million people on the French, British, and German side collectively were killed in like a 3-month war. It's like they were all died for nothing. Yeah. They didn't gain any. They gained I think the Germans gained 600 yards, and the British and the French gained like 400 yards, and they died for. It was all stupid. It's like you're all the same. We're all just these fucking babbling monkeys. Yeah. From different lines on a map that some guy created. It's not real.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill people over that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you do, because then it's fucking population control. It's like, I can't sit in traffic, so unfortunately your country sucks. I got to blow it up.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got to slow down making people at some point, especially in a few places. It's like, listen, guy. It's like China and India. You guys got to slow down a little bit. Yeah. Just stop.
Stop it. Yeah.
Stop. There's too many of you guys.
Do you think that there could be a thing, and this may be fucking wild? Do you think, like, if, when you get to a certain age, when you get to a sexual reproduction age, if your IQ is a certain level, they just got to snip you?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, there's just German in there. Those are just German bad ideas.
Okay.
Those are bad German ideas.
It's a character piece.
Yeah, it's a character.
I mean, earmuffs. It's not who I am.
Yeah, I mean, talk about how it's just we're different. There's a German kid right there. That just comes from a German brain.
It was a bad idea.
Jesus Christ.
I'm drunk.
Yeah.
So speaking of World War I, thank you, Chris, for bringing that up.
Yeah, Venetia, you got to be louder.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they can't hear you.
Yeah,
well, you're not a performer. You're not doing a character piece.
I'm not.
But your voice is still dope.
Yeah,
Thanks.
but you just much like a Greek woman and a Greek mother. She when the public are watching, she's like, I'm just a sweet. That's what my mother used to do. She'd meet you in public. I'm just a sweet, quiet girl. And then when the cameras are off.
Yeah.
Sit over there, fucking do it.
Yeah.
She gets you going.
Yeah. Okay, so what were you saying, Venetia?
So, of course, for so many years, they were trying to make...
Hold on a second. Let's just give it a second. Oh. Joe DeRosa. Joe, what's up?
What's up, kid? How you doing?
What's up, you filthy pig piece of shit?
Dude, I'm just creating shit, dude, creating disasters. You know what I do, dude?
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm a pig.
You're a dirty pig. You're also on the History Hyenas podcast live.
What's up, Roses?
Yeah, I mean Joey D. Joey D's constantly doing 2 to 22 bids.
Yeah,
because he goes raw dog, and then you know what it is.
Deal with it.
You're just in worry prison for 22 days.
Dude, I told you though, dude. I've done so much time at this point. I don't even feel it anymore.
Yeah, you know the guards and everything. They're like, "Welcome back, Joey."
calling you about. What's you got Chrissy D in the house?
Yeah, well, that's our podcast.
Yeah, I'm here, Joey. What's up, babe?
Yeah.
He sounds far away. That's all. It sounds like you're like.
Well, hurry it up because
Joey, hold on. Yeah, because we're at the mics. Yeah, guy. Yeah, listen. I'm sorry. I got your voicemail the other day about Bay Ridge. I like I think it's a great neighborhood. But let me just. The only question I have. There's one prereq that we obviously got to ask anybody moving in Bay Ridge.
Get the Wei Jean button ready.
There's just one prereq. It's just who'd you vote for the last election? Because if it's Hillary, I'm going to ask you to find another neighborhood.
Listen, I think Bay Ridge will be good for me. I always vote Italian.
There it is. Yeah. Listen, listen to me. If you like Italian food,
I'm going to put him in my apartment. So just tell him to stop overthinking it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're going to. Okay,
yeah,
that's
I'm gonna
great.
Put him in my
well,
apartment.
yeah, that's good because now you're saving a suicide from somebody else. So it's good. Yeah, we'll tell you about that off the air, Roses.
I wanted to see if he could send me some pics. I wanted to talk apartment.
All you got to know, Joey, let me tell you something.
Just scroll back on my Instagram.
All you got to know about Yanni's apartment is you got a perfect view of the Freedom Tower. That should sell you right there.
Yeah, that's
You can
it.
see freedom out your fucking window.
Yeah.
So what do you want, guy?
Yeah.
You can see the pillar of fucking freedom where the fucking towers went down. And we lost fucking good kids that day.
Yeah.
You could see the fucking...
It's a one fucking bedroom apartment in New York City, Joey.
What do you want?
It's in a
For a good
beautiful
price.
neighborhood. The apartment's beautiful. It'll be fully furnished for you. The bathroom needs a renovation, and that's it.
Yeah, and you can get prostitutes in there late night on the elevator.
Yeah.
Joey Roses.
Can I have my dog there, Giannis?
Of course you can have your dog there. I got a dog. I mean, what are you, fucking stupid?
Yeah, no, we could have the dog. Cuz, and then guess what? The best news is...
And you kind of look like me, so that'll be good that you can fill in for Chrissy D because when he wants to take a walk.
Yeah, because I like to take a lot of walks. And I like
you
to
could
just
probably
ring
use
your
my
bell.
gym membership and use it, and then when my face comes up on the screen, we just look like the same person.
Yeah, you guys look like the same guy, so that'll help me out a lot because I'm really going to be sad when Yanni leaves, but at least I'll just have you. But the thing is, with what you got, you'll get cracked open though too.
I mean, here's the thing, Chrissy. You're gonna have to play a big role in my life when I move into that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's just hang
We're gonna have to ramp it up a little bit. We're gonna have to become a little more dependent on each other, a little closer emotionally. I'm gonna need a guy to share.
All right, that was Joe DeRosa. That's all. Back to Venetia.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Temperance Act, basically, they had been trying to pass the Volstead Act for many years, and so what happened is that they finally got some encouragement because of World War I, because the nation needed actually to use the...
Well, that was a big propaganda thing, too. They were saying that they use it. They're like, we should be
think it
using
was
this for
propaganda,
bread
right?
because we're in war and not for alcohol. And so...
Right.
So that
we need it for the boys.
I mean,
That's
can you
why
text
we
him though?
can't be.
Huh?
Text to Rose. I feel bad.
Don't worry, it's funny. Don't worry about
okay,
it.
but I feel bad for the kid.
We're on a podcast,
All right,
so it's fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He
We should
fucking
have
opens
picked it
up
up.
for Bill Burr.
I mean, I do it. Me and fucking we abuse each other all the time.
Okay,
It's fun
fine.
stuff.
You got a mean streak, guy.
I got a huge mean
Yeah,
steak.
thank God you're not German.
Yeah, something about Joe. You want to step to this? Try it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, so yeah.
it's just a joke. It's a character
World
piece.
War One.
So
right.
yeah, what was the crazy things that you guys thought happened during the Prohibition time? There was a lot of wild stuff, like this is a time where there's gangs coming out, like the speakeasies.
Well, just some HHFODs. That was great that you said. It's the 18th Amendment, and it was called the Volstead Act. So that's officially, boom. Prohibition is now law of the land for
Right.
13 fucking years.
And but specifically, prohibition means you cannot manufacture it, you can't sell it,
Right.
But you can consume it.
It's illegal.
So if you can get your dirty paw paws on it,
If you could get your dirty paws on it, you could. But I don't think you could consume it. You just weren't.
No, you were allowed to.
You were allowed to consume it.
but you weren't allowed to.
You weren't-
manufacture it or sell it. So
Right.
that's why everybody is creating these. And what's a speakeasy for people who don't know?
Speakeasy is those secret little bars like that. You have to have the secret knock to know to get in, and people would be drinking, under cover
Yeah.
of night. The police at this time, they were going around, they were fucking raiding, wherever they would find illegal booze. Everything booze was illegal. They would, there's all those famous videos and photos of cops just using those axes to kind of
Sure.
because there was there
What
was
was the
squads, there was prohibition squads that would go around and try to find alcohol. I mean, the Elliot Ness and
Yes.
his boys, the famous movie, their whole goal was to fight bootleggers
what was the
in Chicago.
in Chicago? What was the like prison terms? Like what would you get if you got caught? Does anybody know?
That's a good question.
Like how long? Like because like if you get caught selling weed, it's like not that big of a deal anymore.
Yeah,
it is. Of course, if you get caught smoking it, nothing even happens. Even you would get a ticket maybe in some states.
ISIS, can you look that up?
But like I want to know like how it was criminalized. And also Al Capone. This is where Al Capone becomes like the famous Al Capone is because he excelled in bootlegging.
I mean, Kid was here for a short time, not a long time.
Because quick 1 day trip we got to do is the Eastern State Penitentiary. Go down to Philadelphia, get some Reuter, get some Gina's cheesesteaks, and then go visit the Eastern State Penitentiary. It's an old school Quaker prison that was haunted and also housed Al Capone for 5 years. So we could do that.
That's good. We should do that.
Yeah, it's also a girl I want to crack.
So in 1917,
Here, Finity, Snapchat, CDTV.
It was actually Woodrow Wilson, the kid Woodrow Wilson, who was kind of an asshole. We'll do another episode of him.
Yeah, which is a good name for your piece. Woodrow Wilson.
Woodrow Wilson's a great name for your piece.
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah. He's the one who he started it. He instituted a temporary wartime prohibition in order to save grain for producing food. But that was a little bullshit. I think it was a little propaganda.
Woodrow Wilson's a little bit of an FF.
It was like he was doing a little test to be like, hey, we're going to start this way and then rationalize it.
A little bit of an FF.
Yeah, that we're banning alcohol to save grain when really, there's plenty of fucking food here.
Yeah, FF move.
So that was like the first little prohibition that happened.
It was like a little prohibition, like they would just a tip.
Test it out. What Hitler would do shit like that actually too.
Yeah, now I'm
Hitler,
listening.
No, he would. He would fucking. He would do a little thing and see how people would react, and then he would go further. That's actually we can get into that in another episode as well.
Punishment would be a $5,000 fine or imprisonment for not exceeding 1 year or both.
Wow.
I mean, 5 G's. I mean, inflation rates. I mean, that's a fucking big. You can't. Normal everyday person can't pay a $5,000 fine.
No, that's a lot. So what they used medicinal whiskey for back in the day was like toothaches, flu, because it would numb you out. So that's what they would do. It also an astringent because it's alcohol, so it would clean.
To this day, my pediatrician, I remember when my daughter was teething, they were like, put a little rum on her pacifier.
Yeah, numb it out.
To this day, it's the best thing to do.
Numbed it out. Yeah. So, obviously in this 13-year period, we have the rise of organized crime, the most famous being in Chicago.
Al Capone.
And he was a New York kid.
I was going to say, the kid, again,
he's a New York kid.
He comes from New Amsterdam. I know anybody who gets famous, I mean, Carmelo Anthony, Michael Jordan, I mean, these kids come from New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call it New Amsterdam.
Yeah, Jordan was born in New York City.
It's just what it is.
Mike
Bill
Tyson
Burr wants to deny that, but it's just the truth,
It's just
Billy.
the truth, Billy. So just stop
You're
it.
a good, funny guy because I guarantee you somebody in your family grew up in New Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's what it is. And also, he's a New York comic, really.
You got good in New York.
You really got good in New York. So, federal and local, authorities started to work in concert to enforce prohibition. And this was the Roaring 20s, man. So at this time, you used to have women starting to kind of live and go out and dance. You have the famous images of what they call the flappers, that whole style. And women were kind of breaking free. Yeah. Women were starting to vote, and they were fucking boozing.
The suffrage movement.
Jazz was coming. You go to those little black speakeasies in Harlem and wherever in New York City, and people were drinking booze and dancing, and that was the spirit of the time. Al Capone was making like $6 million fucking dollars a week. That's how much money he was getting. Moving booze, and he famously said, "Hey,
if that kid had a Patreon, it would sell tickets.
He would fucking move tickets." He actually earned $60 million annually a year. I mean, so much money he didn't know what to do with it. He was here for a good time, long time. That kid had a short run.
That kid had to have had more money than some governments at that time. National governments.
For sure.
That kid had more money than fucking Finland.
And he, you look at the big drug dealers who make the money, the famous ones like Al Capone and Pablo Escobar. They do have a point. They're making so much money because there's a huge demand for it.
Sure.
So it's like if they don't do it, somebody else is going to do it. So at some point, I don't know. What do you do?
It's like, what do you do? You want me to be a capitalist or not? Because you're telling me you're putting capitalist ideologies in my head from day one, and then what? I can't go be a capitalist and sell some fucking coke?
Yeah. I mean, because Miami,
that's what it is.
The thing is, the black booze market, because of prohibition, it's not taxed and everything. The government was losing a lot of fucking money that they could have been taxing.
Yeah.
And this whole black market was one of the main economies of America. Just like cocaine, nobody wants to talk about it, but the whole city of Miami runs on the economy of cocaine.
Yeah.
That's where it all comes in. Yeah. Nobody has a real job. Everyone's dealing fucking coke. Yeah. It's the shadow economy of
what it is.
Miami.
Oh, it's like, Miami.
And again, who likes to do fucking booze and who likes to do coke? White kids.
Yeah, the fucking Dolphins are doing blow.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people were dying as well because they were trying to make moonshine. And so I think like 10,000 people died over the years because of this. So
Right.
It just is. It goes to show.
Oh, like you mean
what
the
is-
alcohol was like tainted?
Yeah.
It's like the Dominican Republic.
Well, yeah, people were making moonshine in their bathtubs, and they were making it out in the country. A lot of these southern kids were making moonshine out in the country.
Sure.
And so the political party came up, rose up around Prohibition. You had these ministers who were giving these fiery speeches. One of which was this former professional baseball player. I can't remember his name. Who was actually in Savannah, and he would give these fiery speeches about how we got to stop drinking and the behavior that comes around drinking.
Yeah, but meanwhile, he was probably fucking, seducing little boys. It's all
how it is.
balance.
It's what it is.
It's all like you want to be a tyrant and you want to be, puritanical about one thing. I guarantee you it's because you're hiding another. The most
100%.
The safest people are the people that are just, they kind of don't get bent out of shape about anything.
Yeah, and the kind of
They're
people
like, I'm living my life the right way.
who don't hide anything and admit that they're flawed
Yeah.
and show you.
Yeah,
you know,
here it is.
Those people who are often pointing the finger. You can't point the finger. You got to get the law. That's why you need law.
Yeah.
That's why laws are so important, and those laws need to be based on reason and logic, and they need to be good laws.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
So this was obviously a very bad law. It did not work. A lot of tax dollars being lost. Now you got bloodshed everywhere.
Sure.
I mean, people are drinking the same. It's
Driving drunk.
It's the same. Well, it's just the same shit. It didn't do anything. So after 13 years, FDR finally is like, look, this isn't working. The whole country knew it wasn't working. There's people are being murdered in Chicago over this shit. Bootleggers everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
People are still drinking. You can't control it, like prostitution, like weed.
Yeah.
People are still going to do it.
Yeah.
So
then boom, slap a tax on it. Now it's for the government.
they repeal it with the 21st Amendment. They repeal the Volstead Act. The 18th Amendment is repealed by FDR. And he famously celebrated the repeal by drinking a fucking dirty martini because he's an inbred, elite British fucking kid.
It's just what
And
it
he
is.
had polio and he couldn't stand up because he's inbred. He went to the best schools and everything, but make no mistake, those elite families, they're all related and they're inbred.
Yeah, it's
he
what
was
it is.
related to Teddy Roosevelt. They were related to probably some British king. They're all related to some German fucking prince who lives in a basement and eats his kids.
Yeah.
And that...
Let's go back it just a little bit.
Just back that up.
And we're
And
back.
we're back.
For legal reasons.
Yeah, we're
not trying to keep any content from you. It's just Chrissy's too fucking wild.
It's what it is.
Yeah. You can't be controlled like,
What are we going to do
like
in the live
alcohol
show?
consumption.
What are we going to do in the live show?
Because we're just going to have the
You
cops
can't
here.
have your phones out November 9th at the Gramercy Theater. You can't record anything.
Yeah, just don't record. If you're a fan, please don't do that.
Please don't do that.
Just don't fucking
All right,
record.
listen. So on the Patreon episode, we're going to talk about temperance, which is wild. Now, for our fans who went, we have a lot of new Patreon members. Welcome to the matriarchy. They went to patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys. What we like to do here, if you're new to this podcast, if you're new to the family, welcome. We read out the new Patreon members. We read their names out when the first, when they first sign up, the first episode, to give them a shout out, say thank you. We encourage funny names, and a lot of you people did funny names this time. And we understand if you don't want to make a funny name, we'll just read your name and then we'll say you're straight to the back and you're only here for the content. Maybe you have a job, you have a family, you don't want people to know that you're listening to such wild shit. We understand that, we support that. So Hyenas, are you ready? Yeah. There's a lot to get through. There's a lot. So listen, also if you guys don't fast forward through this, listen to this because the names are really funny. So you ready?
Yeah.
Yanni, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First up, I'm going to read them quick. I have to read them quick because it's a lot.
Okay.
Tony, spin the wheel, wear mom's stockings, maybe suck a dick bones.
I mean, these guys, it's like athletes evolving. They're getting better.
Better. Okay, then we got Matthew, openly racist, but it's just a character piece, Kavanaugh. Then we got Aaron Rule here for the content.
Here for
then we
straight to
got
the back.
Matt, my knuckles are hairy, but I'm still a piece were. 10. John Campbell, Zach Cromer here for the content. Carly, it's just what it is, Giuliano. If you have an Italian last name like Giuliano, you don't have to worry about having such a funny name because we just laughed because your last name is Giuliano.
Giuliano's funny. Italian names are just funny for some reason. They're inherently funny.
Yeah. Brian, I got $1K. Brian, I got $1,000. Can I wrap Bert in a sheet and beat him with batteries? Okay. We may have to cackle that one out, but it's funny.
And he still hates me, and he loves you.
Yeah,
it's what it is.
What it is. Then we got this guy's name. This guy's full name is I Caught the Gay from These Two Bay Ridge Queens Bad. Yeah. Then we got Ryan, one word, Namin.
Yeah.
When we say Ryan,
Yeah,
one word,
me.
a Namin means that we're
He's
saying
a black
it's a black
kid.
guy because black guys in comedy, they usually just go by one name.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
Earthquake, just one name.
You
Godfrey,
hurt.
one
You
name.
hurt. You hurt.
Okay, Andrew McLaren here for the content.
Here for the content.
Matt, totally not a toot, but my last name is Hooker.
God.
10?
Yeah,
PPW
I mean,
10.
fuck, 10 PPW nominee.
Then we got Chrissy, cock on my cranium, to stuff a muffin. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Chrissy, cock on my cranium, to stuff it in.
You stuff it in.
Stuff it in. Sorry.
Yeah,
about that.
well, I think you punched it up for him.
Then we got this one, and this one is a way. I'm just doing a preemptive way, Sean Sheehan. Understand? I'm not saying this. I'm just reading the name as is. Stephen the Thick Dick Spick Martinez.
PPW nominee.
Okay, yeah, but that's a tough one. You can't.
Well, it's him.
He's saying it, but that's a slur, guys.
But he's saying it.
All right.
He's obviously
he's
a White Walker.
Okay. Okay. Then we got Julian just trying to find a piece with a decent pseudo penis. White. Good.
Good.
Stephanie, Chrissy D, White C, Clarendon, and me, Adams.
That all rhymes.
Yeah.
PPW nominee.
Then we got Jay, the Ridgewood Wop that still is trash from the island, St. Angelo. 10. Then we got
Jesus.
Serge John Baptiste here for the content.
I'm here for the content.
David Ivac, Tim Langmaid, Dylan Wolfuck, all here for the content.
Wow, just a couple guys in raincoats all walking back to the porn section.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got Tom Lean Mean Bratwurst Peace Machine punching through Deutsch Vagine Holtz.
Oh my God. Make a note.
PPW?
I think that we got a winner.
Yeah.
How are you going to beat that?
Me.
have like 40 more.
Okay.
Jesus.
Natasha Bynum here for the content.
Yeah.
Ray, crash my car listening to the boys' wild mess dad.
Good.
10.
We appreciate the compliment.
One name, Geneva. Nah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean.
Then we got Austin. Make no mistake, I had to ask Chrissy for the Patreon info, cuz.
Funny.
10.
Funny, but he just, Clyde Drexler.
Then we got Sharim Job.
Sharim Job?
Sharim Job.
That's a yeah, I mean. He
That's
went
not
for
mean,
it.
funny.
Yeah, he's black kid.
Then we got.
Is that a guy's name or a girl? Sharim?
I don't know. Sharim Job.
Okay.
Then we got Skylar. Keep the antihistamines under the tuck back sack, Guadalupe. 10.
Jesus Christ, that's good.
Yeah. Then we got Josh German. Mia Piccioni.
Mia Piccioni, how you doing?
10.
Yeah, you don't need to do nothing.
Then we got Dildo _Swaggins. Yeah. Then we got Thatcher Weisbrat. Oh, it's a fucking German kid.
It's a German.
Thatcher Weisbrat.
Yes, he would be against prohibition.
Then we got Nikki. Meet me in the back of Uncle Vinny's parking lot, Del Grosso.
She probably saw you at Uncle Vinny's.
Yeah. Then we got Louis Lard Tits, a.k.a. Louis Butt Plugs, a.k.a. Bin Fong fell in the duck sauce.
Good.
10.
Good. 10.
Then we got Colin pushing the gay down, part potato monkey, part Leroy.
Yeah, I'm good. That's a goodie. Can we make a note of that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Stephanie Trambaugh here for the content.
Yeah, I'm here for the
Dana
content.
Mecca here for the content. Steel Pipe Caitlin. 10.
10.
Then we got Kieran, one word.
Yeah.
Then we got John Swanson here for the content.
Wow, we got a lot of guys in raincoats going to the back.
Alberto Galvez, Mark Reese here for the content.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Danny Garlic Bread Fumes, but last name's Brown Benavides. Yeah. Yeah.
Goodie.
Then we got Amanda Ray,
Here for the
Leah,
content. Yeah.
Brian Lucy, Chad Caldwell, Forrest Workman, Evan Anderson, Lacey Bradley, all here for the content.
Wow, that was like a tour bus group that's just walking back to the porn section.
For the content.
Yeah.
Then we got the Escalator to Nowhere.
Okay.
10.
Creative.
Yeah. Then we got Brother Man Bill.
Brother
Okay.
Man Bell's good.
Alex V here for the content.
Yeah.
Greggy, Greggy Gore the Glendale Ho War Trump 2020. I don't know what this kid said.
Kid probably did it. He was probably hammered when he did it.
Yeah, but 10, thank you.
Yeah.
Jack Zurr here for the content.
Here for the content.
Then we got Ashley, the Annie Oakley of Glue Guns.
Good.
Good. Neil B.
Good. All right. He's an R&B singer.
Yep. Then we got Ross.
So that was the first week.
That was the first week. Oh, right. Because those were the week one. Because we didn't do an episode last week, so this is 2 weeks of Patreon content.
So we'll have two PPDW winners.
Yes.
Which one?
Okay, so we're done on that one.
We're done on
yeah,
that one.
the one I told you to make note of. Which was that? Which one was that?
There's 4 that you did.
Okay, let's hear them.
Oh, you want to pick that right now?
We're going to do this, and then we're going to go to the.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's number 12, 16. What was number 12, Chris?
Number 12 was Matt, totally not a toot, but my last name is Hooker.
Number 16.
Number 16, Stephanie, Chrissy D, White Z, Clarendon, and me, Adams.
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
22 is Tom Lean Mean Bratwurst Peace Machine punching through Deutsch Vagine Holtz.
I'm going there. I
think that's a PPW.
Is that,
okay,
yeah, that's a no-brainer. But listen, the other ones were great too. There was one other great one. Just do the other half.
Well, that's the thick dick.
No, yeah. But there's also a half Leroy,
35 Colin pushing
potato
the gay
monkey.
down, part potato monkey, part Leroy.
Yeah, that's a good one too. And also Martinez was a good one.
Okay. All right, so that's week 1. So congrats to the Bratwurst Machine.
Yeah.
And then real quick, just stay with us. These other names are funny.
Oh, they love it. Don't worry. They ain't going nowhere.
Thank you. Okay, real quick. Ross, Texas size situation with the Mother Brown.
Goody.
10.
Yeah.
Amanda, Namin.
Yeah.
Joshua Torres, Mike Anthony, Marcus Waitling, and Will.
Hey, here. Where's the porn section?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Gary, can I get an order of Wei Shan Qian with extra duck sauce Crowley? 10.
Good.
Angela Castaneda, sounds like a piece.
Yeah, how you doing?
Agent J. Oh, we got some agents coming in now.
Agent
J.
Okay.
Then we got Renee, True Blue, Screwed In Kid Fielder. 10,
Good.
thank you.
Good.
Isaac, one name, not me.
Yeah, me.
Then we got Mikey from the Midwest, but can't stop talking in your borough trash accent. Yeah.
Like Mikey.
Like it.
Yeah.
Marcus Sanchez.
I'm here for the content.
Riley, the seal clubbing newfie who likes FFs, and Chrissy's leper feet.
Yeah. I mean, we got to make a note, Benatia.
Yeah. Then we got this guy, Georgie
That
Toodles.
means that kid's a newfie. That means he's from Newfoundland in Canada.
Yeah. Georgie Toodles.
Georgie Toodles funny.
I think that's just the kid's real name.
Yeah, it might be.
Then we got No Fumes Nick, cracked open a Minnesota Muzzy, was surprisingly hard. Yeah, Wei Shan Qian. PPWWD?
Should we just stop there?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so wrong. How wrong could that? I didn't see that one coming.
No Fumes Nick is a funny fucking name anyway.
God. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Holy shit, he might have got me the worst of all of them.
Yeah. Then we got Austin Huss, Bob, WJ, Steel Pipe Kelly with the smoothie Plain and Simp.
That's a good one. Plain and Simp's an oldie.
Plain and Simp is
she's
doing
been a fan
oldie.
for a
And
while.
again, you're just
Plain
it's
and
all
Simp.
about timing because that's a really funny one, but it's
Yeah.
coming off the cracked open.
I mean, those, it's just those are Clyde Drexler.
We'll call him Clyde Drexler.
I mean, they're just born in the wrong era.
Sam Gorney. Make no mistake, going to crack you open and clean you out, then cancel. It's a character piece. 10.
Good. They're
10.
just basically saying they joined the Patreon just for the name reading. They're out.
Then we got Amber Faith Sarita. Okay.
I'm here for the content.
Robert Licata.
Yeah, Robert Licata walks in and goes, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a bathroom I could use?"
Yeah.
And then goes to the porn section.
Yeah, it goes to the point section. Then we got Quad. One name. His name's just Quad.
Yeah, man.
Then we got Shaq, the muzziest muzzy there ever was-y.
Good.
The muzziest muzzy there ever was-y.
I mean, if that's not a Clyde Drexler, I don't know what.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just he could have won in another year.
Yeah. Then we got Carlo. Just put the wig back on.
It's another goodie. Make a note. Nominee.
Oh, he actually says, Carlo, just put the wig back on. Don't eat meat and take me physically.
That's even better.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a nominee.
Then we got
some of you just suffer from a bad read from Chrissy. Yeah.
Then we got Justin Scum Cuzzy Shishki Me Markey.
Another nominee. God damn it.
Then we got Connor, parentheses, I love my mother, woman's a saint, McEntee.
Yeah, he's a good Irish Catholic kid.
Then we got this kid is just saying in the name. He says, Orlando here for the content Martinez.
He's letting you know.
He's just letting you know.
He's letting you know.
He's just here for the content.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. Do you guys have looking for Ferris Bueller's? Oh, I think it's in that room. Yeah.
Then we have Jason just here for the content Herman.
I mean,
so people are just doing that. That's okay.
kids walking straight to the back in a raincoat.
Then we have Sean, one word, one name.
Yeah, man.
Then we have Jason, Fumeless FF, Steel Pipe, Snow Monkey, Grandy.
It's a goodie. Yeah. I know the ones you like when you read them at the end and the jaw just comes right out. Your jaw is like a fucking sock draw. It just opens up.
Then we have this one. Then we have Steven uses souvlaki as anal beads, calipeptus.
Again.
Huh?
Here for the content, Herman.
Oh, Jason, just here for the content, Herman.
Yeah.
Then we got
Souvlaki kid was funny.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Then we got Eric Rodek. Then we got Hefty Schlongdinger. Then we got Timmy,
I mean, yeah.
Mikeology.
Who?
Mikeology. What's his name? Mikeology.
Okay, that kid's in a raincoat.
Sam,
yeah, I mean, he's in a raincoat. Here for the content.
Franklin E. Munoz.
That kid is just here for the content. Excuse me, guy. I'm here looking for a movie.
Yeah. Then we got James, the drunken pierogi Stolarski.
That's what it is.
10.
Good, yeah.
Then we got
Good
Frank's.
Polish kid.
Then we got Frank's and Beans, the Staten Island sauce monkey hiding out in PA. Yeah. Then we got Daryl Melendez.
Here for the content.
Then we got Pinot Grigio anti-heast.
Good.
Then we got paid my way into the Third Reich's non-toot fume room. It's just what it is.
Goody.
10.
Yeah.
Then we got Leroy Sanchez. 10. Andrew Sterndale. Malcolm King Gay Bridges.
We're here for the content, guys.
Danny, the Bulgarian barbarian drinking out of Nikiforos's skull, Daminiov.
He went for it.
He's wild.
He went for it. He's a wild kid.
Then we got Griffin Overweiss.
That's a German.
Okay, and those are our newest Patreon members. It took a little while, but listen, you guys are signing up. We're going to read them, and they're hilarious.
Yeah.
So who's week two's PPW?
I mean, come on, that was a blowout.
I think it was No Fumes. Nick cracked open a Minnesota Muzzy was surprisingly hard.
That's it.
Yeah,
so you win.
Yeah,
So those
look, but there was a few goodies, a couple of honorable mentions that we said after you read them.
Yes.
But I mean, that one cracked me hard.
Yeah.
Because that one had a.
Yeah.
That one was wrong. It's just wrong.
It's just wrong,
and a
and
lot
it's
of
horrible.
times the funniest thing is the wrong thing.
And it's just that's why we do comedy.
And that's why we do comedy. It means in real life that's wrong, but that's not. Comedy doesn't live in real life.
Yeah,
comedy lives in jokes. When you're we're all purging the pieces of shit we are.
I encourage people to go check out Tim Dillon's Instagram and Twitter. He just put out a video of him. It's called Tim Dillon versus the Crowd, I believe, or Tim Dillon. Something like that. It's just it's him going on a rant, just telling you what it is with comedy, and it's just a 10 out of 10. The kid's one of the funniest kids around.
Yeah, you can quote me on this. Comedy is the purging of the lesser angels of our nature.
I'm in for a long day.
You're in for a long fucking day?
Wow.
Quote me on that, guy.
Okay.
Stop pretending like you're pure and good. None of us are. Comedy's our way to unite because it's an admission of how shitty we all are. Don't be shitty in the real world. Be a good person.
Go to historyhyenas.com, christycomedy.com, YanisPapasLive.com, November 9th.
YanisPapasComedy.com.
YanisPapasComedy.com.
I got the same fucking thing that you do. It's christycomedy.com and YanisPapasComedy.com.
YanisPapasComedy.com.
Whoever bought YanisPapasComedy.com, go fuck yourself, you rat.
But let's be honest. I mean, if you want to see where Giannis is, just know that go to historyhyenas.com. I mean, if you want to go, the kid's career's taking a dip.
The career's kid is taking a major dip.
But it's coming right back.
It's coming right back.
It's coming right back like fucking Viagra. ChristyComedy.com. Live show November 9th.
A lot of it's probably my fucking agent's fault. It might be time for a switch.
Yeah, well, you're gonna do a switch. Come over to I got truffles for you too. Yeah, there's a lot of truffles in my agency.
No, I love my agency. Great. Just joking. It's a character piece.
Yes, character piece. Well, they're not listening yet because they're not going to make any money on the live tour.
They don't.
So let's be honest. So they're not listening. They're not screwed in. But my agency is booking the live tour, so these guys are listening.
Yeah.
So November 9th, Gramercy Theater almost sold out. Ticket link in the History Hyenas Instagram bio, in Giannis Pappas' bio, and Christy Comedy's bio, or go Google Gramercy Theater live History Hyenas show November 9th, midnight. We also have a new task for you guys. For our Patreon members, the people who have went to patreon.com/BayRidgeBoys, if you can create a video using History Hyenas languages like Lisa Johnson, the Queen of the Matriarchy, did, make it fun, not hateful, just fun using our terms. The winner will be announced on November 4th, and we'll get 2 free tickets to our live History Hyenas show at Gramercy Theater in New York City, Saturday, November 9th at midnight. All right?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
And for our Patreon episode, we are going to talk about Carrie Nation, who was fucking wild. She described herself as a bulldog running along at the feet of Jesus. And she would go into bars. She would go into bars and break them up with a hatchet. She was fucking wild.
Wild. Yeah. Okay. Shout out Linda Stefano.